What is going on, everybody? Today we have YELLOWCARD, Childhood Eyes. This is part of my reaction.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. Childhood Eyes by YELLOWCARD. It's been a minute.
It has.
Man, I remember when I was listening to YELLOWCARD back in the day. They were pretty big there for a while.
They were. It wasn't really my favorite band of, the kind of 3 or 4 that were relevant, but I always thought they were talented.
They were.
I just didn't invest a lot of time into them. So
it's like they had like a big rise and then they just disappeared.
Yeah, it feels like that way.
I mean, I don't know if obviously I have no idea if they continued releasing stuff, if they've always been putting out stuff. They just kind of fell off the radar for a lot, but at least from me, my personal view of them, they kind of went poof, and then they were everywhere, and then they were gone.
I feel like that was a lot of them, but that could have just been because I wasn't as involved in that style, and I just didn't realize that it had been a year or two already.
Maybe.
And sometimes they, Sum 41, those kind of bands as well. Newfound Glory, like we just did yesterday. I'm excited to hear this, though, because yesterday we did Your Broken Hero, which was like an emo throwback. So kind of fun that YELLOWCARD puts out a song right afterwards, and we can kind of have the real deal. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because this is kind of that era, dude. So YELLOWCARD, Childhood Eyes. Let's get this thing rolling, man.
Let's do it.
Damn.
Childhood eyes, am I the only one who ever wonders why love leaves me empty every time? Am I the only one who isn't dead inside? Maybe you're jaded, maybe you're blind. Am I the only one watching with childhood eyes? I'm all alone at the altar now. I've got an atheist heart. You swept it under the rug and nailed.
I mean, that's the sound.
Oh, yeah.
If only I was the drug you did, stuck in a vein in your arm, then maybe you would have stuck around, just like the addict you are. I found my childhood eyes. Am I the only one who ever wonders why love leaves me empty every time? Am I the only one who isn't dead inside? Maybe you're
Super catchy melody.
Yeah. Dude, I like it, man. I think it's cool.
Their sound hasn't changed at all.
Yeah, I don't, now that I'm hearing it, it's like I'm trying to remember all the songs that I do know from them, trying to as a comparison, but I mean, as far as like my brain tells me, it sounds like YELLOWCARD.
Yeah, it's
what I remember YELLOWCARD being. He still looks the same. I mean, obviously a little bit older now.
Yeah,
a little more clean
his
cut.
voice still sounds good.
Yeah, cool song though. Catchy.
Yeah, super catchy melody in the chorus and stuff. I like the music where he went back. It was just a drum.
Yeah.
I feel like that was like a go-to little drum beat.
Yeah.
Like as like a little bridge.
Trying to figure out what the music video is. You got this dude on this contraption here. It looks like a pretty gnarly contraption.
Yeah, it's almost like a torture device.
Like something you make when you're really high. And you don't know what it does. You know what I'm saying? You're just like, whoa, I was like super high on acid, and this is what I created. What does it do?
I feel like it's probably going somewhere, right? I feel like Childhood Eyes, I feel like he's like tapping into what he remembers as a kid and realizing that's like it's all a bunch of bullshit, maybe.
Or he's just viewing things like what he viewed as a child. You know what I mean? Maybe.
I don't know.
Like kind of remembering like what he witnessed.
But then I'm wondering what this whole, because obviously this guy has like something like sound pumping at him.
Yeah.
And he's like tied to the chair.
Yeah, there is a lot of speakers on that.
So I don't know.
I don't either. You can try to hear the lyrics as best as possible.
Yeah.
But I mean, either way, it sounds cool, man. It's just like I'm glad that some of these bands that have been around a while or were really prevalent in a certain era are coming back with their stuff.
Yeah, we've said that a bunch of times.
And they have toured.
Yeah.
I mean, they've played big shows. They played that festival and stuff where, you had all the bands from that era.
Oh, yeah.
When we were young or whatever festival. So, I mean, they're still touring and playing shows and stuff, which is awesome. I haven't really heard anything new, so this is very cool.
No, this is really cool.
Yeah.
Let's back it up here a couple seconds.
And you're a light on the shore. I know you think you can hold your breath until I sink to the floor.
Say that.
But if you're trying to wait this out, you're gonna do it alone. There's gotta be something more than this, some other truth I can know.
They're all of them.
Yeah. Holy shit. He's like, holy shit.
Great escape right there, dude. That was a cool video.
It was a cool video. I think, you know what?
I kind of had an idea. Do you?
Yeah.
I could be way off. What's your idea about it?
I think my idea about it is the kids were holding the adults captive. Almost like the song was about kind of...
Trauma?
No, not trauma. Almost like not... Your child inside not wanting to let go of being a kid and growing up.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And like you're holding the adult captive, wanting to stay like the young mentality, wanting to stay a kid, wanting to not let go of that. How you see the world as a kid.
It's like Peter Pan, dude.
Kinda.
Okay.
Maybe.
I don't know. Here's the thing. We react to these, which is, I don't know why some people are shocked, dude, because they always say, like, you guys should, it's like, no, we're blind reacting. Like, we've never heard this. We're not trying to give you an expert opinion. We're just hearing it for the first time and trying to react to it. I actually look at it the other way.
Okay.
Maybe, we get jaded as adults, and he's looking at things, like, through the innocent eyes of a child. You know what I mean? Where he's not jaded, because he knows all these people were being waterboarded and force-fed, like, different images. And he's saying, I'm looking at this through childhood eyes. All right, I have childhood eyes. Kind of reminds me of like the innocence of a child.
Well, see, and that's where it's different. He wasn't just being force-fed certain images. He was being force-fed cartoons. So it was almost like the kids wanting to stay kids and keeping the kids were them.
Cartoons, huh? Yeah.
So it was like just a feeling of not wanting to be
like grow
the
up.
Boring adult.
Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
And
I mean, that actually makes sense. It was cartoons.
Yeah.
Like they're saying, like, don't let go of your childhood. You know what I mean? Like, still have fun. You should still, like, I get that. I'd have to read the lyrics, to fully grasp it.
I like that.
It was cool, man. Either way.
Because I feel like we all have that feeling every once in a while, right? Where we're just like, man, when we were fucking kids, we did this and it was so much fun. True. And you're just like, the good old days.
I don't know if that's what they're meaning, but I get what you're saying.
I mean, that's how I perceive it.
Yeah, and I think you actually, now that you say that, makes perfect sense. And that is true. Like, man, I wish I could be a kid again. You know, like less responsibility.
And the captors
enjoy things.
Were them as kids wanting to hold on.
And it's almost like they were playing that role like when you were a kid, when you played like cops and robbers and stuff, and like they had their little like slingshots and it's like a game. It's like a fun imaginary thing, like an imagination. Your imagination's like strong. So
man, I actually really dug that.
I did too. I thought it was really good, man. It was like a really like, to me it seemed like a more mature Yellowcard.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, I don't know them really well, so it could be just like that's what they sound like.
I mean, that was their sound for sure.
Sure.
I mean, they didn't stray away from anything. It was just a solid song. But I think the meaning behind the song was definitely, I feel like, more mature than Yellowcard from early 2000s.
Just written nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I agree with you 100%. And it's, again, like I said, for me to end it, I'll just say, like, I'm really happy that some of these bands that were very popular and still are very popular are doing new things. They're not just done.
Yeah, there's like a resurgence of all the good stuff that came out.
Yeah, because, we just saw Newfound Glory singer was on that track yesterday, so he's still doing stuff, and I'm waiting for a new, like, I don't know, who's Good Charlotte? When are they going to put something out?
Yeah.
Like, there's a bunch of bands that I'm like, I haven't heard them for years.
Yeah.
So this is cool, man. I think it's a good thing, and I think there's a lot of audience for it, man. I really do.
Awesome. So, Yellowcard, Childhood Eyes.
Yeah, man.
Big thumbs up from me.
If you guys like what we do, make sure you follow, like, subscribe, share, and hit that notification bell.
Yeah, buddy.
We also have a Cash App and a Patreon that you can request songs, and we will do them. $2 a month. It's not a huge price, but it helps us out tremendously because the money we make goes to the artist rightfully. And we appreciate you guys. Hope you liked it, and let us know in the comments what you think of Yellowcard making new music.
Yeah, let us know what you think of the Yellowcard.
There we go.